What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant, and today we have, honestly, the creator of my favorite new show.
Really?
We got Ramy in the building.
Oh my God.
Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. I watched the first episode today.
Yes.
But I can't believe you didn't tell me about this show, dude.
He's too humble, this guy.
He really is.
Yeah.
I'm literally watching it today. I'm on my phone, I'm watching it, and I start the first huge, I'm going back to season 1, obviously, but there's a laugh. You have a couple things in there that I've seen from your stand-up, which is adapted very well, because a lot of times when people put their stand-up into shows, it feels like stand-up.
Yeah.
But like, you're generous with the laughs. Like, sometimes you're giving your punchlines to
Always.
the other. Yeah.
Yeah, always.
It's really
always
good.
Putting in other people. Oh, man.
But there's a huge laugh from your mom on the show
Yeah.
when you're saying, okay, it's time, I want a date.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And she goes, uncovered or covered. And like, it was just, dude, I'm like cackling in the fucking office. It's this amazing fucking show. I'm so fucking proud of you. I knew how talented you are, so it's exciting to have you here, but it's just really great.
I didn't know how talented you were.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you're so fucking nice. I don't often see people that are this friendly, authentically friendly, and this brilliant.
Well, I don't like to talk about it a lot. That's why Schulz hasn't known about. He's called it a new show. It's been out for 4 years.
This is my favorite new show.
They get on me. They're like, "Why aren't you promoting harder?" I'm like, people are busy. Like, I'm not trying. I'm not trying.
We were busy.
I'm not trying to stress anybody out with having to watch my show. I appreciate it.
But I would really suggest that you guys go watch it. It is fantastic, dude.
Thanks, man.
It's really fucking good. What's going on, man?
Good to see you, man.
Dude, Golden Doodle, how is it?
I have this dog, he's a Doodle mix or something, but the thing is...
We know you have money.
But this is the problem. This is the problem.
Good.
We didn't know he was. He's a rescue from Mexico.
Stop it.
I swear to God.
Ain't nobody rescuing. Nobody throws
even
out a Golden Doodle.
No, but this is the thing. He's a terrier Doodle. I don't know what it is, but when we got him, he looked like a rat. And then now everyone thinks I paid $6,000 for him, but he's not a $6,000 dog.
Ramy, I bumped into you and your wife on the street
Yeah.
with my Golden Doodle.
I know.
And you were like, we want a Golden Doodle.
I did.
And then you went to Mexico and snuck one in.
Well, I wanted one with a story.
You gotta
like I wanted to.
You wanted a cheap one.
Because there was a while where I was like, I like that they don't shed, because Muslims don't want dog hair everywhere.
Yeah.
That is, you know what I mean? Like we're
don't
good
want
with
hair
dogs.
anywhere.
We're good with the.
Cover it up! Cover it up!
No, we're uncovered. But if you want to cover. You know what I mean? I think everyone should be able to do whatever they want.
Love it.
A lot of that's going on in Iran. Schulz will find out about Iran in like 2-3 years. 2 years, Schulz will be like, flagrant people, there's something happening in Iran. And everyone's like, you know that happened in 22, right?
You know what was crazy?
It's like on flagrant 2025. Schulz is just like, when it comes to the Middle East, huge lag. You know, just on another cycle.
The other day, there
Well,
was
you
these
guys are the
fucking...
latest people, so it's just paying you back.
No, but there were these lights in like, it was like mid-September, there was these like lights shooting straight into the sky from downtown Manhattan.
Yeah, it was the premiere of season 3.
Was that
Yeah, exactly.
Did you guys have like a banner or something like that? Like, that must have been expensive. And, dude, it was wild, bro. And everybody go, never forget. I'm like, what happened? You know what I mean?
How can I forget? I just started watching.
So, but that was really cool. The budgets are going to the right places.
I was wondering how long I'd be on the podcast before. I was like, I was like, I know we're gonna get there. It's been 2 minutes. I mean, this is amazing.
When I
It's
texted
very
you, you
impressive.
accepted so fast. I was like,
Yeah.
does he know what podcast we are?
He watched episode 1 yesterday.
I watched episode 1 of Flagrant, and wow.
But I'm learning about Iran too.
Yeah, you are learning about
I
Iran.
am.
Don't do this.
You know?
Don't do this.
I'm learning about Iran. I'm learning about a lot of curse words.
You could tell too. He did a thing with the chair. I'm like, here we go. It's like the Schulz wind up. I'm like, oh god.
No, I'm learning about Iran.
I would just like to say I have never watched an episode of the podcast.
Not one.
I don't
Not
know
one before you came on.
I don't know who's been here. I don't know what's going on. I met these men on the street. He had his Golden Doodle. I thought this was a podcast about Golden Doodles. And so I just want to preface that. Continue.
I'm a huge fan of, talking about Iran, I'm a huge fan of Egypt.
Yeah.
Which is around there.
This is where the map comes up and it's like world according to Schulz. It's like America and then everything else is just like that.
a little thing.
Close together. Culturally, though.
Yeah.
I've been to Egypt.
You've been, yeah.
I did.
I
went.
remember you talking
we
about
bumped
that.
into each other. I think afterwards I told you, I was like,
Yeah.
I went.
Yeah.
Fire. Pyramids were fire.
Good time.
Cairo could use a little sprucing.
A little. We're working on it. You can't eat the salad, which a lot of people don't know.
Or the koshery.
The koshery you have to eat.
Yeah, but you
koshery's
don't.
amazing.
You don't have. I mean,
dude.
What is koshery?
Koshery is the best
Carbs.
meal. It's carbs. It's carbs. It's like, how do you feed millions of people with no money? And it's everything. It's pasta, it's rice, it's lentils,
beans,
hot sauce, beans, everything all in one. It's unbelievable. Yeah, you can't eat anything that hasn't had like heat applied to it. Like I ate a salad. I was just there 2 weeks ago.
You don't have to explain this to me.
I know, you know.
got that from
It needs heat, dude. I messed up. I ate a salad.
Yeah.
I went.
Don't
and I
eat
was
any
trying to
raw
do some American
vegetables.
thing.
Yeah.
Laid out in the
happened?
hotel.
Destroyed.
Laid out in the hotel for a
Four
week.
Seasons?
The Four Seasons.
Come on, boy.
Laid out
That
in the Four
was
Seasons.
Cairo.
Laid out in the Four
We with the
Seasons.
people.
Laid out in the Four Seasons. That's how we do Cairo. Yeah. Four Seasons.
You filmed there season 1 and 3, right?
Season 1 and 3.
My mate, and he did Israel. Duff. He filmed in Israel season 3.
Yes.
That's what's up.
We were there.
Calm
We were
down,
in
calm down,
Jerusalem.
calm
The
down.
biggest flex, really.
Jerusalem.
He's taking it back. you know?
Jerusalem is, I believe, in Palestine. It's not in.
Well,
That's what we try to tell Duff.
It's about time for me to go for my fast right now.
again, politics according to Schulz. It's like
Your show,
remember
Ramy.
the biggest discussion of the Middle East. He goes, but Palestine, right?
I'm late. I get all my information from like 1946. So I think it was still.
Sorry, man.
It's 46.
The show falls off after episode 1.
No, there's cousin fucking.
That's true.
Which I saw, and I don't want to give this. I don't know if you put this in that in
It
the,
is.
because I saw you work the bit out
Yeah,
on
you
stage.
saw me. You saw
which
me. Yeah.
Immediately, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is fucking amazing.
It's such a good bit.
Amazing.
I was very happy. You came like one of the first times I was running my full hour.
Yeah.
And you saw the cousin bit. And you were like, dude, and I was like, all right, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's funny because
he's
people.
pro cousin fucking.
How much of that is true?
I have not.
You sure?
Yeah.
But he makes a
I
strong
haven't.
case for it.
But
I think he wanted to, probably.
We live through our jokes now.
How cute's your cousin, yo?
there's
If you have hot cousins, bro, you can't talk. You know,
we got big families, but
you can have one.
people will come up to me and they'll be like, ever since your show came out, people come up to me and say, do you have sex with your cousin? Like, you're making us all look like we have sex with our cousins. I'm like, that is better than terrorism, though. It's a notch up. Like, I don't, do you realize, okay, there was Bin Laden and now the cousin thing. I mean, I feel like, cool, make a new show and take it to another place.
And if
but
it wasn't
I'm
something
doing-
as strong as Cousins, it wouldn't make us forget about terrorism. You know what I mean?
and
No, but like, if you're like, we're
that's
doctors,
what it
you're like,
is.
oh, okay,
That's-
They wouldn't believe that.
Yeah.
But you went from like terrorists to like royals.
Right.
Like terrorists to
basically,
hillbillies.
we're what the
royal
no, the royal family,
family,
dude.
dog.
Oh,
We're
shit.
basically
Yeah.
British royalty, man. And Egyptians love British royalty.
There you go.
Princess Diana, like everywhere.
Cleopatra.
Mugs. We have Princess Diana mugs at my house. So this is
Really?
it's a royal move
Yeah.
to do this with the cousin.
Can
How
I
did you
ask?
feel about the Queen's death? Because she killed Princess Diana.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, my mom was upset about the Queen's death,
Wow.
which was shocking to me. I don't.
I was there when you found out.
Not my thing.
I'm doing another
Yes.
project that Ramy is on.
Yes.
And then he gives me a big hug, and then in that moment, somebody's like, Ramy, the Queen died. He just goes, good. And then he doesn't even look at the TV and just keeps moving.
I kept moving. We had a busy day. Yeah, we were working. We were doing this animated show, and we were just like, let's keep moving. We gotta, the Queen can't
Power
fuck
through.
up another Brown project. Like, we've got, if we stop this day right now because of this Queen, colonialism continues.
wins.
Yeah. This is just like, okay, I'm gonna recolonize today and stop my shoot for the Queen. No, we go onwards.
Yeah.
I did bring up really quickly Cleopatra, and I know that that's a sensitive subject for Egyptians. Okay, where is she white? Because you would tell me that a lot behind closed doors. You'd be like, she's so white. Like,
Never said this.
no, but whenever you'd be like, she's so white. Like, you know what I mean?
Back in middle school. Yeah.
We went to middle school together, right? And you would tease me for not speaking Arabic.
Egypt, the DNA of Egyptians, we're the most diverse people. I mean, I have my uncle, direct uncle, looks like Alex, straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Puerto Rican?
Facts.
You have a Puerto Rican uncle?
Straight up.
That's crazy.
A lot of people think I'm Puerto Rican. Yeah. But we're all over in the palette, man. So we're very diverse. Right off
Is there
that
a lot
Nile.
of colorism, though? Like, you're like...
Straight up.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. It's a huge problem. There's colorism everywhere.
It's a huge problem for your uncle.
Yes.
For you, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, it gets bad for sure. Yeah, that's everywhere.
Did you make that choice when you chose your wife in the show? Because there's actually, this is weirdly something I think you brought up. Normally you'll see minorities who are married, the man is darker and the woman is lighter. And your show, I'm thinking of two married couples off rip where the woman is darker and the man is lighter.
Yeah.
Dave Merhedge's wife on the show.
Yes.
Oh, shout out
dark
Dave,
skin
man.
girl.
And
Dave's
Mo.
the
Shout out
fucking
Dave and
best.
Mo. You work with great.
Love Dave, love Mo. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah.
No, we going into the second season, which Schulz will get to in a couple of years, but we
The episodes are 20 minutes, bro. I was like, how am I gonna get through this? You know what I mean?
He's been weeping over the queen dying. Like, you think he has time? He's got time?
No, you mean Diana. He just found out about
Yeah,
Diana.
Diana, dude, that was crazy, man.
most of the Muslims in America are black, and so we wanted to put black Muslims on the show. We got Mahershala Ali in the second season.
He's great.
And
He's so
and my character, marries his daughter, who, so we were excited to explore those storylines.
I realize how famous you are based on who comes on your show on Hulu. Mahershala Ali, Bella Hadid, Mia Khalifa, and I'm like, this motherfucker's crazy famous.
Well, they are.
Mia Khalifa, she's well known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you a question about Mia Khalifa?
Oh, no.
Yo,
This is like by the way, I went to Egypt.
biggest fear?
I went to Egypt. I haven't seen my aunt in 3 years.
Yeah.
And the first thing she says to me is, Mia Khalifa, huh? Wow. This is my aunt in Cairo.
Is she like disappointed or intrigued?
Curious.
Oh.
I get the disappointment.
Yeah.
Because she's Catholic. So that's not her shit to wear in the porn.
What?
You didn't know this?
No, are you doing an Andrew thing?
Yeah.
I'm right. Tell him I'm right.
You don't have to.
I don't think I would ever say you were right, but I'm just like, that would be a crazy position to take. But I get what you're saying.
Like, I
kind of,
understand the backlash, right?
Right.
Because I think the Western version of it is like, oh, this woman's name is Mia Khalifa, so she must be Muslim. Right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we don't realize that there are Catholic Muslims, right?
Catholic Muslims.
Yep. I said it and keep it in. I said it and keep it in.
Double down.
Catholic Middle Eastern folks, okay? And so she's wearing the hijab in the porn, and I get it. If you're a Muslim, you're like, yo, this isn't even your shit. Like, if you were Muslim and devout and you want to porn it up, okay. But you're putting on, Muslim face.
It is Muslim face.
It is.
It's slim face.
She's wearing slim face.
I was just thinking about Catholic Muslims, like the Christmas without food. It's like, is this Christmas or Ramadan? Like, what are we doing?
It's tough, bro.
We need more Catholic Muslims. That was a great way of getting around answering that question. What's the sketch?
Mia Khalifa, she came on our show. Really, just a very sweet person.
Now, when you were
Very
praying,
sweet person.
because I know you guys will pray during filming,
Yeah.
did she know what to do?
We did. No, it was separate.
Or was
Yeah,
she
it
like me, where it's like, okay, you guys do your thing. I'll see you in
Yeah.
about 15
You
minutes.
don't pray with them?
No, I wasn't even invited.
You don't invite him to pray?
Wow.
He prays before we eat. He was doing that.
He was.
All this time you not Muslim?
Everything unveiled on this episode. Half of the flagrant cast thought they were Muslim. Turns out none of them are. Somehow Schulz knows the most.
Schulz is a Muslim Christian. Yeah,
No, for real, I am. I am a Muslim Christian.
He's a Muslim Christian atheist.
Yeah.
What were you doing in Egypt again?
Seeing the pyramids.
You just went to see them, huh?
Yeah.
They're dope.
Unbelievable.
It's
Most
like
amazing thing I've
actually
seen in
lives
person.
up to the hype.
It blew my mind.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Blew my
Without a doubt.
fucking mind. I mean, it was to this day the most amazing thing I've ever seen with my eyes.
Yeah, I talk about them all the time. People
Yeah.
be like, dude, you're Egyptian. Like, you stereotype, you sit and talk about the pyramids. Yeah, they're so dope.
Yeah,
Like, they're worth talking about for another 1,000 years.
Now, do you think it was the Sudanese that made them?
There's a lot of theories.
Which one do you believe?
I like the alien stuff
Aliens.
personally, just because when they get into the precision of how every brick it's like it was made in a machine.
Yeah.
Like, it's like machines like we haven't even seen.
Yeah.
And so that I
You get
get
pride
into
from that because you're like, yo, they think aliens built those and it was us. Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
I kind of like the alien theory. I think even if we were working with aliens, that would be profound.
And they would choose the Egyptians.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so if we did them or if aliens did them, it's a win-win. I mean, it'd be amazing.
And I say that because you guys can work with Israel, you can work with like other countries, like everybody wants to work with you. You're not going to go to Saudi if you're an alien. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, these guys are really strict. You know what I mean? They're not willing to negotiate.
Well, Egyptians, we're down to make a deal no matter what. You know what I mean? So if the alien comes, it doesn't really matter. Like we'll hang out with aliens. Like Egyptian could convince an alien, I'll fix that UFO. Like whatever. Like an Egyptian would tell you, I got a UFO guy. Like, don't even worry. Like, I'll take it in the back. We'll make it happen. UFO, my UFO. Like, anything. That's what it means to be Egyptian. Like, we're down. Like, I don't care if I haven't seen it. I'll figure it out.
The real chosen people, man.
I'll figure it out. Yeah. we do. You had a good time, though. People don't understand how tourist-friendly it is.
Yeah,
It's really, they love someone not from there.
Yeah.
They'll show you around. You'll have an amazing time.
That was the other thing that happened is that everybody that I've ever met, and maybe this is, I don't know, but yeah, everybody I've ever met is like, here's the key to my home.
Yeah.
Like every American Egyptian.
Right.
Is like, well, you just stay in my home when you're there.
I've given so many keys out.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Is it real? Do you just go there and there's no home?
What do you mean? Like no key?
Like even my boxing coach, he's Egyptian, right?
Yeah,
and he was like an Egyptian like champion. He's like and he's always just stay with me and like my family.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're divorced. He's like, it's okay. Like he said I should stay with his wife.
He just gives you an address. He's not there.
Yep.
Yeah. And then she's like fighting with him through you.
Yeah. She's like,
you're like trying to go to bed.
I think you owe me some money.
You're his proxy. That's tough.
No, you're there. He calls you at 2 a.m. He's like, all right, there's a drawer. There's some stuff in there that I need. And you're like, dude, I'm a mole?
That's probably what would happen.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because we got to make sure you're staying up, fellas. We got to make sure you're staying up out there. And you know the only company that's got your back and your girl's back sticky is Blue Chew, okay? BlueChew.com, okay? Same active ingredients inside Viagra or Cialis, but this is the chew, the one that we rock with, okay? The one that's going to hold you down, all right? BlueChew.com. They're going to give you the first month free. All you gotta do is pay $5 shipping, and you're gonna get the hardest dick in your life shipped right to your door. Give it to your wife, give it to your girl, give it to your side chick, give it to whoever needs it consensually. BlueChew.com, promo code FLAGRANT. You're gonna get that first month free. All you gotta do is pay $5 shipping. Now let's get back to the show. All right, guys, we're gonna take a break for a second because I gotta make sure y'all are eating good. Okay, you're not feeling good because you're not eating good. Okay, you are what you eat, and if you're eating dog shit, you're feeling like dog shit. So cut that out and get with the good stuff. Get with the nutrients, get with the nutrition, okay? Freshly has got your back. Freshly fits your lifestyle with plans tailored to every dietary preference. Choose from their Freshly Fit meals or try their various gluten-free, dairy-free, plant-based, carb-smart, or calorie-conscious menu options, always perfectly portioned, whether you're shopping for one or for the whole family. And guess what? You get to skip the grocery shopping and dirty dishes without relying on frozen dinners or takeout. The meals arrive cooked fresh every week, so there's always something new to try. And now you can try Freshly and lock in huge savings across your first 6 orders, okay? So here's what we're gonna do, okay? For you, because you wanna get that nutrition in your life, because you wanna flip things around, because you wanna stop feeling like dog shit because you're eating like dog shit, what you're gonna do right now is you're gonna get $150 off your first 6 meals at freshly.com/flagrant. That's $150 off at freshly.com/flagrant. Freshly.com/flagrant for $150 off your first 6 orders, all right? Make sure you get them in now. Now let's get back to the show.
When you go to Egypt, do they treat you like an American? Are they really happy to see you? Or are they like, because when I go to India, I grow up my whole life here thinking I'm Indian. Then I go to India, they're like, this American motherfucker, get out of here, you sell out.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that. Do you get that in Egypt?
They just know. I mean, I think I can hang for like 20 minutes where you're not sure, but then...
You speak that well?
Yeah. I mean, I can go and not speak English, but they'll know that Arabic's not my first language.
Yeah.
But then since the show's come out, a lot of people will be like, oh, I've seen the show.
Yeah, which is cool. Are you crazy famous over there?
No, I mean, I wouldn't say crazy because it's not like on there. It's not on Netflix. You know, Netflix is, you know, like I made. No, Netflix is huge. It's huge. I mean, maybe in America, but no, in the Middle East, it's like it's huge. And like I made Mo with Mo, right?
Yeah.
And which was really, really fun.
Which is on Netflix. Go check it out.
Which is on Netflix.
Go check out Mo's show.
Which is on Netflix.
Also
and
fantastic.
and
I'm
Ramy's
halfway through
show.
that.
Unbelievable.
We had a lot of fun. Yeah, but
Amazing that you put your homies on like that.
It is.
we gotta.
No,
You do have to, but not a lot of
gotta.
people
This
do.
is.
We gotta.
You are the model minority in entertainment in that we all say like, oh, if we get on, we put people from our culture on, etc.
Right.
And not a lot of people do that. Yeah. You do that for all of your homies, and it's so beautiful to watch. Even Dave Merhead gets his own episode this season.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna be surprised and impressed, I think, how little he's in his show season 3. Not that he's not in it, but most of us are so like needy and want to be the centerpiece of everything. He has given everyone their own episode, basically.
You think you'll still be in the business by the time I get to season 3?
If there's a chance that I could retire, I'd be down. No, I love doing this, and it's the kind of thing where like, because we're working on something together as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like in 10 years, for all of us, all of us being able to branch out and be working on each other's stuff and doing this kind of thing. So the more I could be a part of it, it's the best. Because the idea that so much of, and I think the industry used to do this with stand-ups a lot. I love the way you break the mold with stand-up, because there's just this idea of, oh, there's just the chosen few who can only be on the chosen networks, who can only do this, who can only do that. And I think, whether it be trying to be divided, even just within stand-ups, or even trying to be divided by, okay, well, this is the black comic, this is the Asian comic, this is the whatever. It's anything we can do to be like, no, I put up my boy and his show's so much different. Yeah. And we worked on each other's stuff, and it doesn't, there's similarities, but it's way more different than it is the same.
Yeah, but
and to be able to keep doing that with a bunch of people, for me, and I'm excited about 10 years from now when you see the people who started even on our show, on certain circuits, you're doing this
Fruit
on
bears,
certain circuits,
man.
you're gonna be like, whoa, everybody's,
my homie,
look what everyone's doing.
My Christian homie, Muslim Christian maybe, who knows, but he always says, you know a tree by the fruit that it bears. And then when I look at you and I see Mo gets his own show, and then everybody gets their own episode on the show, and then May, who plays your sister,
May's
is
on Marvel.
doing Marvel
Lathan
stuff.
plays my uncle, he's on Marvel.
And
you
do a show, you throw me a role, you got an animated series, you're putting all your homies on, and it's like, oh, this is the fucking guy. I really believe that you are the guy in the business.
It's all of us, though. You know what I mean? Because then
See how
I'm
you do
writing.
that?
No, but I'm telling you, because I'm writing something, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to write it all for myself because this dude's so funny. This dude's so funny. So let's put that in. You know what I
it is
mean?
rare though. That's what I'm telling you.
It's exciting. And
Here's the thing, and I don't know if this is you specific or you've cultivated a team that's also great at this, but I think once you really understand story, and I'm always envious of people who really get story, it's easier to trust that person EPing other projects.
Right.
And from the episode that I've watched, and I'm assuming it keeps going.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got another 29 to go.
Okay, well, I'm ready. I got my whole fucking week ready to go. No. But I think you really understand story, and this is something I've even seen in the stand-up. And so for me, let's say I'm an exec, and I go, oh wow, this guy's crafting story brilliantly. I think that he could take what Mo has, which is phenomenal story. I mean, the guy's life is unbelievable.
It's a movie.
But also craft that into a show. And I could trust it. I could go, oh yeah, I could see this guy doing it. And that's, I think, the different position to be in from someone who's maybe on stuff, is famous. They might not be a storyteller, but they might be an uber talent.
They're amazing piece within,
So it's hard to give that person the keys to the organization and say, create some more stories or create some more shows, because that might not be their skill set.
Right.
But it feels to me that is your genius zone.
It's something I'm learning too, right? Because it's I learned it getting to make it. So it's we got to make 20 episodes, and then it's going into making Mo's show. It's we have 20 behind us. Yeah. So then it's the Mo pilot better be better than this other pilot than the Ramy pilot, because it's we've got 20 behind us as a team, right? Yeah. And then now we're doing this other thing. And then these things grow, and then it's it'll grow into something that, even I'm not running or whatever, because we just got to plant the seeds.
Yep.
And stand-ups do that all the time. It's you bring somebody to open for you, and then you go out, and then they figure out their thing, and then they go do their thing. So there's so many great stand-ups I opened for. I opened for Gerard for a while. I opened for Mark Curry, hanging with Mr. Cooper.
He's the fucking greatest, dude.
So
Mark
goddamn
Curry
funny,
is
bro.
a top 10 comedian.
He's so good.
He's unbelievable.
So good.
People don't understand how funny he is.
Yeah.
And I learned so much just hanging out with a guy like that. He gave me so much. He was so generous.
Yeah.
So it's every time someone lets someone open for them, they're being so generous. And then that person gets to take it in, put it in with their own sauce.
Yeah.
And then spread that, you know, and that's because it's funny, again, like we're in the industry and then you kind of feel this thing where it's because it's all you see, you feel like so many people are doing it. But when you zoom out and you look at the world, it's like, yo, it's just a few of us.
Yeah.
It's just a few of us doing it. And so the more we're generous with each other, then, you know, there's room for more people. So that's fun.
100%.
You know?
But you need people in those positions of, and when I say like power, it's not just decision making. It's like the ability to create.
Yeah, sure.
Not everybody.
Experience.
Yes.
Road hours. Like when you have the
Yes.
road hours, it's like you start with, and it's so fun too when you're doing stand up for a while because you can see someone with a 10-minute set at an open mic and they've got 2 jokes that work, right? 2 jokes that work. But off the 2 that work and why they work, you could see their whole career. Like if they stick with it. You know what I mean? Like, you remember the first joke you wrote that you were like, oh, this is my sauce.
Yeah.
You know, and none of the other one, like the other stuff you were kind of doing an impersonation of what was funny.
Yeah.
And then the more you just keep building around, this is my sauce, this is my sauce, this is my sauce. And then it grows.
Yeah.
That's what's fun. You know, it's just getting those hours.
I also don't think people understand how brilliant of a stand-up you are because the show has really done so crazy, you're doing so much. You've kind of, it seems like you're not putting out as much stand-up. Are you planning on doing that soon?
I'm gonna do another hour. Yeah, I'm trying to shoot an hour in January. Yeah, so I'm excited.
I'm gonna be
I'm gonna get out and do it.
The getting the story down in these episodes. How many episodes do you think you did before you go, oh, I know how to make TV?
When you've made stuff enough, you can really sense where something needs to, and so we have a really good rapport back and forth with that, you know, because the way that our, you know, tones are going back and forth, especially in the first season. And then I think by the time we got to season 2, and then probably by season 3 is like, I'm directing most of the show at this point and I'm just kind of running with it. So I think like going into, I would say like around mid-second season, I started to understand way more what I wanted from the show in terms of theme and comedy. So I think season 1, I was like, it's gotta be funny. And in season 2, I was like, oh, I want more character. And in season 3, I was really thinking, okay, how do we
It actually gets harder
blend
for me to
those?
watch as the show goes on because you're so good at eliciting the emotion from me you want to elicit, and your character struggles more and more with his like goodness and humanity as the thing goes. And I'm like, dude, I'm feeling too uncomfortable. Like you're getting such a strong discomfort out of me. I don't know if I can keep watching. I do because it's so good, but it's fucking hard sometimes.
Wait, why?
Because you just
Do
watch.
you relate to the character?
Probably on some level that I don't want to, because culturally, you know what I also noticed about your show? The way white people used to talk about Louis' show, I was like, I don't get it the way y'all get it. And then when I watch your show, you're Egyptian, I'm Indian, obviously it's very far apart, you know, not on the Schulz map, but most maps are very far apart. But I was like, oh, this must be how white people felt about Louis. I felt a connection to this show. Like I had never seen us represented so accurately on TV. So to watch you struggling makes me feel like, where I'm almost watching myself or my brother, whoever's struggling. It's like I can't handle it past a certain point.
Yeah.
It's too
Is
real.
that something you're proud of, that like all Browns are the same, pretty much? Or, like,
If you really get down to it,
Yeah,
man.
like,
Is chicken and rice that different?
yeah, it's,
you know?
you're not that unique. Like we were right. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but y'all aren't that.
Right,
You
like-
think it's fucking
again?
the Irish and
This is
Italians are
amazing,
different? No
you
one
know?
cares. You're the same.
We need a
yeah.
show about you, Brand, just a Scottish American kid
I'm
trying to
just
figure it out.
I'm with a unique story, dude. Like, completely unique. Just growing up here in Manhattan.
All white people are the same.
Whatever I needed.
Going back to Scotland.
Basketball shorts, let's go get them.
And I think that to me is the talent of Schulz. You say
Yeah.
something super emotional and like really beautiful, and he
Yeah,
goes,
yeah.
all brown people are the same. Like that's
Yeah,
somehow
yeah, exactly.
what he
Yeah.
draws out of it.
Yeah, always crying. You know what I mean?
Is this my camera? Okay. Just so you guys know,
that
you're
shit. That shit
seeing
was
right now. You're seeing something that doesn't quite make sense. But I have urged the producers of Flagrant to cut out something that would have put Andrew Schulz in grave danger in many parts of the world. So I just want you to know, you're welcome. If you're a fan of this podcast, I saved Andrew Schulz.
Why hasn't there been a Puerto Rican show?
What?
Why are you asking
There is.
me?
He's Puerto Rican.
No, he's not Puerto Rican.
A lot of people think I'm Puerto Rican. I've never been asked this question so directly, but I would love there to be a Puerto Rican show.
Me
so
too.
If there's any Puerto Ricans who, have a story, email me.
Yeah.
This is like a sweepstakes?
This is like an open casting call. Puerto Rico. Email me.
As soon as you get your electricity back, just send me an email.
Oh, God. Jesus.
This guy's an
I'm an
animal.
animal.
Dude.
I'm wrong.
This guy's
guys.
an animal,
I'm wrong.
bro.
I'm a bad person.
Yeah,
Dear
you
God.
are. Okay.
Dear God.
Okay, can we get back to the seriousness here? Listen, we're trying to be real. We're trying to have like serious conversations.
Oh my
here.
gosh.
Okay. One thing.
Stop. Be a
I
journalist.
had nothing.
Be
I
a
really wanted
journalist.
to know. Okay, here's a question. When you're making a show
Yeah.
that is about a culture that maybe the majority of the people that are watching the show or can potentially watch the show are not familiar with, how do you make sure it satisfies the people of the culture and represents them, but also is appealing to people who are unaware of it? That's something when I was watching the first episode, and I was like, God, this is like really fun. It was maybe I'm curious and I like these things, but it was like really fun to learn the little nuances of the culture. But do you think about that?
Yeah, we think about it all the time. I mean, and this is something that has been exciting about getting to make most show on Netflix with him too, is that it's a totally different tone and it highlights different things. So there's a lack, and so we never really create from a lack. So if I'm making something and I'm saying, well, there's nothing, so it has to be everything, I think it would probably be pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I kind of make something knowing there will be a lot of people who don't like that it doesn't have this thing or that thing, or don't like what I'm focusing on or whatever, but the parts that do work, I want them to at least work for me, or like to work for people who I know will find it fun. So it being its own thing. But yeah, we don't think about too much of, where people might be upset or anything. We want to be sensitive, but if you make it from that, comedy, it's not fun when you're just thinking about the reaction.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a show called RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
You familiar with it?
I've heard of it.
Incredibly popular show.
Yeah.
And I was speaking to, Mateo.
Yeah, of
Mateo
course.
Lane,
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah.
And he said, well, the reason why not the reason, but one of the reasons why the show is so popular in the gay community is because it didn't feel like a gay show that was made for straight people.
Yeah.
And I watched your show, and I didn't feel like it was made for me.
Yeah.
Like, there were things I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And I was really cool because I'm curious, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know these things. But it didn't feel as like, this is how Egyptian Muslims are, white people.
Right.
Is that the secret?
Well, that's also what Akash was saying too about like why it's hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah, because
when it's like
real,
you.
dude.
Yeah, because you're like, oh wait, this is kind of like me, and that's why it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Because I actually think it is for us. And so sometimes people will be like, oh, you're making this show for America and you're whitewashing it or whatever. I'll have people say that, and I always find that odd because yeah, it's an American show, but it's so specific to our community. It's
Yeah.
like so much of what we're getting
And
into.
I also think they don't understand what it's not like it's a struggle, but it is different being American, Egyptian,
Yeah.
American, and Indian. Because there's an episode in season 1 where you go back to Egypt, and there was a moment that stuck with me when you're like trying to talk to your Egyptian cousin in Egypt, and you're like, I want to go see this place and this place.
Yeah.
And he just fucking like puts you in your place in a way that's like, oh shit, that made me think about my relationship with my cousins in India.
Yeah.
Like it really does. It hits you in a way that you're like, oh fuck, I never looked at myself that way.
Yeah.
It
You,
gets-
you feel like an outsider. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then some of the truths are harsh.
Yeah.
Is any of the negative feedback frustrating when like you put all the time into making something for you and like the people that look like you and your experience, and then just to have someone be like, maybe someone from like a different Muslim sort of like contingent be like, hey, you didn't represent this correctly, you're doing this wrong, you're embarrassing all of us.
Yeah. I mean, it sometimes is just disappointing because it's like you want to connect. That's why we do this. That's why we do comedy. It's like, oh, I just want to connect with people. But then, so sometimes I'll feel bad about it, but then also sometimes it's so ridiculous that I can't even pay attention to it. Like we had put out pictures just for season 2, just pictures. And it was like me and Mahershala Ali praying. And first comment, brother, he has too many prayer beads. I was like, okay, well, here we go. I was like, you haven't even heard him talk. Too many beats, brother. I'm like, oh, wow, this is going to be a fun one. I can't wait to see what happens, But the other thing is, because part of this is a reaction to what's been done to us.
Mm-hmm.
So for so many decades, most of the content about us is documentaries.
Right.
That can be dehumanizing or only show kind of the worst parts. So we're almost, as an audience, because we have so little comedy, we're in documentary mode. So people walk into my show and they're kind of like, wait, this isn't real. And it's like, well, yeah, it's a comedy. It's like any other comedy. But we've been so conditioned that everything we're watching about us is like a news report. And so they think I'm making a news report with jokes. And so, again, I don't blame the audience. I mean, I think we're in a tough spot.
Right. Just because you're Muslim, you don't necessarily have their trust. Like they're skeptical as a
because there's
viewership.
been a massive lack and everything that we've seen.
And I think they want to be represented because the representation is normally pretty negative,
Yeah.
I see this a lot with my parents. Like, they hated Slumdog Millionaire. Because
Right,
like, why are you
right,
only
right,
showing the
right,
bad
right,
parts
right,
of India? And it's like, they're not trying to make a documentary, to your
Yeah.
point. They're just making a movie about a kid who had a hard life.
Interesting.
But because there's so many negative depictions of India, we're starving for something that shows the good
Yeah.
stuff. So that they see this and like, what, another one? Another fucking not
But
completely
it's
positive?
also like where cinema and TV are at right now, right? So I think there was an era of like a lot of like optimistic television.
Yeah,
You know,
I love
something
that.
like a Cosby Show, or
Love it.
All in the Family, like something that's super positive. And Cosby Show, more black men started going to college. The
Different
statistical
world, apparently,
fact.
like statistically
Yeah,
also.
statistical fact.
Yeah.
In America,
Yeah.
right? So
Will and
there's
Grace,
this-
the same thing.
Well, right.
Yeah.
So there's
What
this like
happened with
level
that?
of
Like after the film came out, like it was, some people say that it advocated for gay marriage, and like it was from
Joe
that.
Biden said that.
Yeah,
Joe
yeah.
Biden. Joe Biden. I mean, it's so funny. This is so recent, and this is what's really funny about America too, because they look at like other parts of the world and say, "Oh, they're so backwards and this and that." Biden, I think it was not even 2010, 11,
yeah.
said Will and Grace made him accept gay people.
Yeah,
and that's why
yeah.
he wants to have gay marriage.
Exactly.
That feels like that's recent.
There's
You know
polling
what I
data
mean?
from like the 90s, and it's like 70% of Americans are against gay marriage, and then Will and Grace comes out, and then by like 2007, 8, it's like 30% against gay marriage.
Yeah.
But I remember them being pissed at Biden because they
Why-
were like,
why-
Obama was supposed to be supportive first. You know what I mean? Like even
Yeah,
Obama
yeah.
wasn't.
Why does Will and Grace make people accept gay marriage?
Because you see gay people three-dimensionally as humans, people you like, whereas for a lot of us
that
growing
show
up,
is gay.
It's a gay
he
show.
hasn't seen an episode.
Will and Grace
Yeah.
is about a guy and a girl.
I mean, I actually have never seen the show.
And he's gay and lives with his best friend
You know
who's
it's
a girl.
possible for a guy and a girl to not fuck each other, right, on TV?
I don't know about all that.
No.
I don't know about that, dude. Wait. So Will and Grace was about a gay guy.
Are you doing a
And
thing?
I'm not doing a fucking thing. I'm not watching Will and Grace. I'm
You're
not
acting
acting
like-
queer. You know what I mean? What do you think is going on over
Your
here?
outfit says differently, but
Yeah. This thing right here. Okay.
Look at Ramy.
I don't understand.
The longer we
what's
go,
going on.
I feel less upset that he's only seen one episode.
he's seen nothing. He's seen
They keep asking me to watch Seinfeld. One of these days I'm gonna get
such
to
a
it.
deeply uncultured individual.
Yeah, I'm not cultured. Okay. All right. No, but you were saying before.
Yeah, let me try and find it.
Mark brought up his fucking gay shit. You were talking about actual cool, interesting things. And he was like, "Hi, I'd like to talk about the LGBT for a second." It's like, can Muslims have a fucking moment, white guy? Jesus Christ.
Bro, there's gonna be a gay fatwa on your head,
Dude, what's
bro.
going
I'm
on
telling
with
you.
this guy, dude?
I'm telling you.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
I'm expanding the caliphate, bro.
There's gonna be a gay
Do
fatwa.
you know if you've expanded the caliphate?
I don't know.
I think you have, dude. I saw a blonde girl that was Muslim on TikTok.
Whoa.
And you think it was because of me?
100%. I think you definitely had a part of it. 100%. Yeah, blonde Muslim girl on TikTok.
Be Lebanese,
The
Muslim.
blonde Muslim, I think
Oh
is
my
her name.
God.
Really? Yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
What I was gonna say.
And we're back. We're back.
What I was gonna say was Cosby, right? Like just that
Yeah.
kind of show. We haven't had that, and then I think the show that I did make is so much weirder. So it's this weird thing where it's like cinema and TV are at this kind of evolved place where it's like no one would even make Cosby now because I think most audiences are like, we already saw that. We want something
not
a little
real.
bit different.
Tastes like
Yeah, it doesn't
saccharine.
feel as grounded. We're kind of in a more grounded satirical place just in terms of television and cinema. But then then you have groups who just haven't had a show that's even just like quote unquote normal. So again, like I kind of feel for that. I feel for when the audience doesn't like what I'm doing because I'm like, I get it. You do want the Cosby moment, but the Cosby moment was 40 years ago, 30 years ago. And so it's weird because it's this time gap. Yeah.
Go, Alex.
No, I'm saying it's always going to be people in your culture who are the most critical.
Right.
Yeah. Of
It's like,
course.
think about like the powers or the empires. Like it was black people complaining the most about those shows.
Yeah.
And like, it's so inauthentic to.
It's personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
personal. But the conversation's all good in a way, even if people are disagreeing, because that's kind of the whole point. Because if it's touching on a nerve, then people are talking about
Yeah,
something.
it's
And then
affecting
the whole point is for a show to create conversation.
How long did it
That's
take you to get to that place emotionally? Even if it's negative, at least they're talking.
Yeah. After the second season, I got to that place.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many takes of that guy cleaning your feet did you have to do?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah, it was in the pilot.
That weird when
You
he was
gotta do
going
a
in
lot of-
between? Because that
Yeah.
shit was super
that
vulnerable.
happened to me at a mosque.
Get out of here.
Yeah, this guy, was trying to show me how to do the cleaning for the prayer. So he grabbed my foot and
And he was webbing to webbing.
he webbed.
He webbed.
Yeah, I was webbed, and it happened, and I wrote about it, and I'm here, and I'm okay.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Yeah,
I mean, that's fire. Do you still talk to that guy?
I didn't know him. Yeah, no, I don't. I've
you-
never seen him again.
No
Yeah.
eye contact, nothing. Just
Well, I didn't like get webbed and then ask for his number. Like, no, it was just it ended there. He was
As a Catholic, I've had similar experiences.
Yeah. It wasn't a webbing, but it looks like a web when it comes out.
We'll talk about it later.
Nah, but you see how normal that is? I had a stranger clean my feet at Burning Man.
That's true.
Super
At Burning
normal.
Man.
Yeah.
Massage.
Yeah,
Very normal.
Day one,
Yeah,
first
Burning
time.
Man. It's very. It's accepted there.
Yeah.
Everything is about time and place, like where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy would do great at Burning Man. The mosque uncle.
Oh, they would love him.
Oh, mosque uncle at Burning Man.
Yeah, they would love him.
People would think he was a prophet. They go, oh my God, like, who's this
Have you
powerful
been?
brown man? No, I haven't been Burning Man.
you gotta
No,
go.
really?
You gotta go.
It's still cool.
Wow, dude.
I'm just curious. No, I'm not trying to be judgmental.
Wow.
Can I-
Does
can I-
everything have to be cool, Ramy?
No, I mean maybe
it
it's
be
just
spiritual?
It's just genuinely spiritual.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. What
You know
did you learn in Burning Man? What was the biggest lesson?
I learned how fucking expensive it is to rent 2 RVs. I did learn that. That was a hard lesson.
Okay.
No. What did I learn? I learned what people are capable of when you remove scarcity.
That's beautiful.
Well,
I don't think he meant that.
yeah, I didn't think you meant it either.
Well, I said it to hear more.
Yeah.
It was like a that's beautiful and it's like a comedy yes and but for emotions.
I feel like
that's beautiful.
I just feel like
and-
we've talked about it on the pod a bunch, but
Oh, you have? Okay. If you've covered it a lot, then
but
then
no,
I don't wanna.
it's just like people when you remove scarcity and you accept them, no matter what, are capable of being really kind human beings, and
Yeah.
that's an awesome thing to see, especially growing up here in New York, where it feels like everybody's trying to take something from you.
Yeah.
Every second you walk out of your home. So
Yeah.
that was what I knew growing up, and then I went to this place where people are just trying to give things to you every second you walk out of your RV,
Yeah.
and it was a really weird thing.
Yeah.
And what happened afterwards is I also just wanted to kind of give. And I felt like guilty that I wasn't providing enough.
Yeah.
And yes, it takes drugs and a random place for a week and people who have enough money to go there to be like that. But you feel that real experience because it's real. And then hopefully that comes out with you to the rest of the world. You know what I mean?
It's beautiful. I mean, and what's funny too is that like I think a lot of Arab countries work like that.
Yeah.
They do. Like Arab communities.
Just go to Egypt.
No, I'm telling you,
That's your Burning Man.
Well,
Go
but that's the thing about Burning Man. It's like they're going out into the desert, less electricity, sand. I'm like, just come to the Middle East.
I said India's my Burning Man.
Our camp was all Persians.
Yeah,
pretty
dude.
much. It was pretty much some
Armenians.
Armos,
Yeah.
some Persians and Armos. Yeah, it's like, and Avala even said
Yeah.
it. We were like, he's like, who should we go? We're late in the game. He's like, listen, you're gonna go to the desert and be with white people or be with the people who are at home.
The Bedouins.
And they fucking killed it. It was just amazing. But they also have that. The communal aspect, it was amazing. The
It was
love is there.
beautiful.
Yeah, we're gonna get you out there.
You think?
Yeah.
I'm kind of down.
Did you ever have a moment?
Go.
Like when you were in college, did you ever like stray away from like Islam and like fuck around with like drinking or anything like that?
No, I never drank. I didn't philosophically understand why I would do it. I did shrooms.
I was gonna say,
did shrooms.
and also probably weed because every Muslim I know doesn't.
I
drink
didn't
and
smoke
smokes. Really?
I didn't
No
want
hash?
to. I didn't want to be no hash, no weed. I didn't want to be sleepy.
How was shrooms?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like I'd be
literally
interested in
did
trying
it
that.
3 times. Wrote down everything, and then I just have these like
3
journals.
seasons of Ramy. There you
That's
go.
it, yeah.
Wait a minute. Never drank at all.
No.
Wow. And what do you mean you didn't philosophically get it?
I just I have fun hanging out with people, so
Yeah.
I didn't need the social lubricant. But there's also so many of my friends do it and they have a good time and whatever. So it wasn't even from a judgment place. I was just like, I would feel like I was doing it because other people were doing it, which
You don't have the social anxiety that some people have.
I think any of it early on, because we start doing no one realizes how early we start doing you guys probably started early. Making things, doing things. I think I must have been 13, 14.
Well, you gotta start early.
Making videos, doing all that stuff.
But
so I would, anytime, I did have social anxiety, but what I did was just, I would have a camera everywhere.
So you just bullet
So
through it.
I'd just be like, I'm filming, So
you had a thing to do.
Yeah, you have
No
a
matter-
thing to do. Yeah. I would always have a thing to do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I got a bag. I got to go somewhere. I got to.
But you were also
something,
with
whatever.
Nickelodeon very early, right?
Oh, I know Nickelodeon show I did. I was 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
There's
20.
there's a that's weird.
Nickelodeon show.
Yeah, it'd be like 20 on a
I know.
Nickelodeon
It's
show,
a
yeah.
weird age to be on a Nickelodeon show because everyone's like a young kid
Yeah.
or an older adult, and then I'm just 20. It's so odd. Like I have no peers. But that's how I met Mark Curry. He was on the Nickelodeon show too. Yeah, he was
Wait,
playing.
hanging with Mr. Cooper was Nickelodeon?
No, it was a different show, but he was
okay.
playing a neighbor, like a friend.
Right.
And then, so we would shoot this Nickelodeon show during the week,
Yeah.
and then we'd go to different cities and do stand-up on the weekend.
I love it.
Great.
It was crazy.
All right, listen, let's get Ramy out of here for a second because we know he doesn't know anything about sports, okay? The guy's too thoughtful. Let's talk about some deportes. Akash, please. What if we never said that you were here and they just didn't notice the difference? I think something happened to that brown guy.
You want to hear a sports story?
Yeah. Bust it.
Guess who hired divorce lawyers?
Ooh!
Son, this is crazy.
Giselle and Tom
Tom
Brady.
Brady.
Okay.
I'm devastated.
Okay, why?
Because this is the GOAT of all GOATs.
First L of Tom's career?
First L of Tom's career. And it's not even that he can't do better. He can. He's going to do better.
Is it an L, or did he find a way to get rid of his wife as she turned 40? Is this just another Tom dub?
You know what else it could be?
Yeah.
He was always less rich than her. Because he would take the pay cuts.
Oh, that's
now
why she
he's
needs
building
the lawyer.
out Brady brand. He's doing all this stuff. And right
Ooh.
before I really get caked out, let me just
pull the
let me
Bezos.
pull out. Yeah,
Pull the Bezos.
Exactly.
Pulled a motherfucking Bezos.
And this is Corona time.
Wow.
Brady brand gonna build out. TB12 gonna build out. He's gonna get $30 million a year, whatever the fuck.
So
from Fox.
right by the time he becomes a billionaire, he gets rid of the wife who was carrying him all these
Yeah,
years.
she's gone. It might be brilliant. It might be what he did with Belichick. I don't
the
need you
guy can't
anymore. We're good.
Guy can't lose.
He can't.
Yeah.
But I'm still devastated, dude. He was always so perfect.
Yeah.
He had the happy wife. He had the happy family.
Yeah.
The kids I feel bad for. I don't even know why
Yeah.
she's allowing this to happen. I think, and this is a weird tie-in to bring, but I remember when Kobe was going through his legal troubles.
Yeah.
He went bananas in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, how's he doing this? He literally would have court dates.
Yeah.
And then go play games and then
just
play out of
crush.
his mind.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, how's he doing this? And then my friend was like, of course this is how he's doing it. He's so fucking stressed all day.
But now
only
he
has
can actually-
one
yeah.
thing to focus on.
Yeah,
And this
yeah.
is my only joy. I'm
Yeah.
gonna destroy everything and take all my
Bet the
frustration out.
house. Bet the house on the Buccaneers.
So I'm betting on the Bucks.
Yeah.
I'm betting on the Bucks big, baby. I had a couple other picks that I still think will be good, but I'm betting on the Bucks to win big.
And
a
we're
lot.
bet online. BetOnline.ag, okay? We're putting it all in the Bucks. Also, if you use that code FLAGRANT, they're going to match that initial deposit bonus, 50% of it up to $1,000. So make sure you get that shit, BetOnline.ag.
Yeah, bet with the bonus money. So if you lose, I don't feel bad.
There you go. Damn, bro. Tom Brady catching. It could be W, could be L. Dude, imagine this is what he needed. Like, this is the fire he needed. What if he didn't have any? So he had to win another championship to prove.
That he could do it without Belichick.
But now he's bored. He's 45. He doesn't want to play.
Yeah.
He needed a little bit of inspiration. And this girl probably said, it's not like you're going to win again. Why would you even play?
Oh.
Divorce, all the motivation
That's
he needs
divorce
for another
worthy.
Super Bowl.
How dare she?
Yeah.
How dare she
I
question
know.
the GOAT?
And her deep-ass Brazilian voice. Yeah. Why don't you want to be with me anymore, Tom? Tom, why don't you want to be with me anymore? Don't you want to retire into the sunset together?
Think how much testosterone those kids are going to have. Those
bro.
boys are going to be might be better than Tom.
That's why Tom was kissing him on the mouth. Just build up the estrogen. Do you know what I mean? Like, the last kiss before the voice gets too deep. Dude, anyway, listen. Best of luck to Tom and Giselle. And let's get Ramy back in here, all right?
Also, Big Daisy Energy tickets. Actually, first of all, let me say thank you to everybody who came out to Good Nights in Raleigh. It was crazy. We performed. Hurricane Ian was sliding through. We had to cancel one show, and so many people still showed up to the 10:30 show. It was fucking amazing. It was awesome. One of the best shows we've ever had. Thank you so much to everybody who came through. I was amazed that you guys showed that kind of love. Also, upcoming dates, October 6th through 8th. This week, I'm going to be at the Improv in Pittsburgh, October 14th and 15th next week. week, I'm going to be at Virginia Beach, Virginia. Again, nothing remarkable about each of these cities. Don't pretend you have better things to do. October 27th through 29th, Philly, Helium Comedy Club. That's a cool city. You got things to do, but you're all miserable. So why don't you just come laugh at Helium Comedy Club? Also, quick announcement before we get back to the show. The improv shows we have in December have been postponed. We will get a new date, and I will get it to you. I know a bunch of you bought tickets already, but we will find a new date for you guys. For the 3 shows I named and the rest of the shows for the Big Desi Energy Tour this year, go to akashsing.com. Get your tickets before they sell out, and let's get back to the show.
About alcohol or drugs, whatever it is. I think humans do need an escape, right? And I think like in the Muslim world, you see it with maybe shisha, right? It's like just a moment to kind of like separate myself from reality, just a little bit of separation. Sometimes it's cigarettes, sometimes it's alcohol, sometimes it's weed. Weed's become incredibly popular right now. What do you think that is? Why do we need a little break from ourselves?
Well, we're sick of ourselves. I mean, that's the thing about living in like a crazy hyper-individualized society is that it's not replenishing to just work for yourself and think about yourself and do all of that. And so there's the root of, you know, it could be socially or it could be some sort of disassociation to be like, I got to do a ton of drugs or I got to drink.
I just need a
to
break.
say it without, or even just needing a break. But I think the biggest break is to just stop thinking about yourself. The basis of any meditation, any prayer, any spiritual thing is, oh, how about I not live for myself?
Yeah.
And it's the most freeing thing. Yeah. Because it's just, it gets really dark when you're just living for you.
Especially in this time where like, maybe biologically we're supposed to have kids already.
Yeah.
And when you have kids, you can't only think for yourself. Like there are these other humans you got to keep alive, right? So there's this removal of focus on self, which is probably really fucking healthy. But I'm 38, I don't have kids. How old are you?
34. I'm 31.
31. Okay, so you got a little bit more before it's go time.
Sure.
But still, to go that long without anybody else to focus on but you. I guess you have God, which is really important.
Yeah.
But like, I agree with you. Yeah, that like constant focus on self. And we need a little bit of separation. Yeah, maybe that's what meditation is. Maybe that's what all these practices are. It's like, yo, just you're not that fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, just chill. Yeah.
Have you always had this point of view? Like that it's replenishing to give, or is that something you found as you got older?
I learned it from my parents. Yeah, my parents were really about that. They were like, yeah, just we gotta give. You know, that was, I didn't understand what it was until later. I didn't have the language around it, but that was always the energy with them. Do any of you guys have kids? No. Yeah, you have a podcast. You have kids in a podcast? Yeah, you're on the podcast. Yeah, my bad. That was a stupid question.
Have you gotten more devout since making the show?
I mean, it's like anything, I feel like anything I'm doing in my life, I just want to do more of.
Yeah.
So, or just get closer to or clearer to. So yeah, I mean, it's like, it scales. You know, the more that, I think also too, the older we get, the more we're like, I don't want to spend my time doing anything that I don't love.
The more successful you get also.
Well, you're right, you don't have time.
You have the freedom to do the things that you want. You don't have to do a fucking Nickelodeon show to like pay rent, right? Like, no, but for real, like, I'm sure you're like, okay, this is a good way into business.
Your dad had to do Nickelodeon to pay rent. It's just like
I hosted a dating show on MTV. I didn't want to do it.
Dude.
You know what I mean? But it's like, we do these things to get to where we are. And now when you make the thing
Can't wait
that
to
you
tell
want
my
to
kid,
make.
your Uncle Andrew was on Guy Code. I was on Nickelodeon, and we did all this so you could be you.
Now go be a DJ. You have the power.
Okay, listen, I know that you don't have much time.
Our kids are gonna hate us.
No, they're not.
But isn't it funny though, like growing up with like the dads who didn't talk?
Yeah.
And then we're like, let's be like expressive and share our, I feel like our kids are gonna be like, man, my dad doesn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
I'm at home, I got this
100%.
yappy dad.
Just
he
hit
made
me,
this
you
show
fucking
about
pussy.
his emotions, you know? And that's why I just build houses. Like I feel like all our kids are just gonna
dude,
we're gonna
make
how
boomers.
to we're gonna know how to farm and just like live off the land. And say, oh, my dad's gotta upload something to the algorithm because, you know, my dad's a YouTube advertised build. Oh, yeah, like our kids are gonna unplug hard.
No, that's how we're
and
going to
be
get them to
closed.
play.
how to play
Oh
one.
yeah.
You know,
that's
right now they're
outside.
like they don't play; they're just inside on the
yeah,
iPads.
no,
but we're just gonna be
there's-
talking to them all about their feelings. They're gonna be like, I think I'm gonna go on a swing.
No, dude, playing outside is gonna have a huge comeback.
Huge.
Yeah. Trees are back.
I love
soon.
the optimism.
Trees are back soon.
I love the
Trees?
optimism.
Trees, just hanging out in trees.
Grass.
Tree houses.
Yeah.
There's been a
Whoa.
tree house dip. Coming
back up.
That's the
Yeah.
next big startup.
Wow.
Yeah, the treehouse market
You can't
is
charge
taken.
rent in those, Dubs, just to let
We'll
you
find a
know.
way. Pedophiles are salivating right now.
We take everything good
God.
and just corrupt
Everything, yeah. We're talking about nature somehow.
Listen, Ramy, listen, I know we don't have all day with you, but is there anything else that we want to talk to this? I'm so fucking stoked for you. I love that
thank
you're
you, man.
working with Akash on something. I love that you've taken care of your boys, that you've created these shows with. I think it's really
gosh.
fucking admirable. And it's great to see guys who are very funny also succeeding.
And
Because that
doing it
doesn't
the
always
right way.
happen. And do it the right way.
Likewise to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats.
And
Seriously.
tell Andrew where you can find your show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him know.
Yeah.
Hulu.
Is it pronounced that way?
Hulu, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Alhamdulillah.
You were saying alhamdulillah?
Yeah, I thought that I was short for
Oh, you thought Hulu was short for alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
But
an
no.
ad I'm going to pitch to Hulu.
I'm just saying. Season 4, inshallah. You know what I mean?
Inshallah.
Okay. Guys,
You
thank
almost
you
got
so
there.
I
You almost got it.
You know
I
what I
thought
mean?
that was beautiful.
I'm working on it, dude.
Yeah,
I'm working on it,
yeah,
okay? Habibi.
He knows the thing.
No. I only know curse words because my boxing coach, it's boxing, but he just calls me Kosomic for an hour,
Yes.
4 times a week.
Yes.
Kosomic, Sharmuta, Sharmuta Kabira.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean?
It's like a bigger
Big
Sharmuta.
Big
Yeah.
pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think that's it. Kot something cocktail?
Yeah.
No. Any other curse words that I should yell back at him?
You got the basics.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I can
no,
do
you're
the
doing
basics.
good. I'm sure when you go and spend the night with his ex-wife, you'll learn more.
We're back, baby.
Cut it! Okay, thank you so much, Ramy.
now
We
you're
appreciate you. He can fight. The guy's a fucking boxer. What am I supposed to do? You're the fucking man. Thank you, man.
Yo, love you, buddy.
Oh, buddy.